This video is about leadership skills. First of all, I want to help you understand why leadership skills are important, especially today, November 2022, and in the coming years. Secondly, I want to share with you 3 leadership skills I urge you to master right now if you want to succeed in business and life. Leadership is both an attitude and a skill. And like every skill in the world, leadership can be learned from scratch. I want you to know from the beginning of this video that you're born to be a leader. Unfortunately, the majority of people in the world are unaware of their leadership potential. But fortunately, you have a great competitive advantage because you're watching this video and open to learning. Let's dive deep into this fascinating topic. My name is Max Cecco and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur. It means selling your expertise or someone else's knowledge to help people solve their problems. On YouTube, I share my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So, thank you. First thing first, why are leadership skills so essential today? Let me explain it to you. The world is changing fast, and even if we have many things and opportunities at our disposal to do everything we want, many people are lost. They don't know what to do, they are not aware of their potential, they live their ordinary life without a defined goal. Usually, they don't do anything to change their status, they don't like learning, but sooner or later, they will need a leader to help them find their direction. I firmly believe that more than 90% of the entire population in the world live in situations such as the ones I have briefly described. But this is a great opportunity for you and me too, because if you know how to use leadership in your favor, you can influence and guide these people to do whatever you want. You can help them live a better life, and consequently, you can become rich for having helped the many people solve their problems. Especially nowadays, we need good leaders. People capable and willing to guide other people in different fields. People need to be guided by someone who can help them achieve their goals and switch on the lights of new possibilities. This is what a leader can do. In other words, we need leaders capable of turning on the desire to create something new and different for the coming world. Today, masses of people are scared. They have lost their guide, their point of reference. This is why we absolutely need leaders in life, not only in business. Now, let me be very clear. As I told you at the beginning of this video, leadership is an attitude that can be developed no matter where your starting point is. In addition, you have to know that you are already a leader. By using your words, your way of doing things, your way of acting, your vision, you have already pushed many people multiple times in your life to take a specific action, or you have helped someone to make a decision. When you help someone to make a decision, or when you help someone to do a specific action they wouldn't have ever done without you, you have been a leader. With that said, if you want to become a great leader, I highly urge you to master these 3 crucial abilities. Ability number 1. Great leaders delegate. You can't accomplish great things by working alone. Learning how to delegate tasks is one of the most important abilities you need to develop, not only if you want to start your own business, but especially if you want to scale it worldwide. To be honest, delegating a task is not so difficult. I used to do things independently because I had an unproductive idea that no one would have been capable of executing that specific task better than me. At a certain point in my business career, I was overwhelmed with things to do, and I was aware that I couldn't have grown my company without good collaborators. I was obliged to learn how to delegate tasks, and once I have done it for the first time, I told myself, why didn't you do it before? What I found missing is the confidence to delegate, but it was my problem that I needed to fix. So, let me give you 2 suggestions before delegating anything. If you are delegating a skill, for example, if you want to hire a copywriter or teaching someone how to persuade people with the written word, the best tip I can share with you is this. Learn that skill from scratch, put it into practice to get an experience, and only then delegate or teach it to other people. By following this path, you know exactly what to delegate and how to teach and what to expect. If you are delegating a task you don't know anything about, I suggest you learn the basics of that specific task or hire a third-party consultant to teach you how to get things done properly. With this awareness, you will be more confident in delegating that task and you will be able to check if it has been done correctly. Let's switch to the second leadership ability. Ability number 2. Great leaders guide with examples. This ability is very powerful. If you want to be a good leader, you don't have to force others to do something they don't want to do. If you want others to follow you voluntarily, guide them by showing them how to do things. Guide them with examples. In addition, don't tell others only what to do, but show them how to do that specific task. Always remember that people follow leaders that they respect. A respected leader is a person who possesses integrity. Leaders tell what their plans are, and they are even able to execute them. Leaders take responsibility for their actions and respect themselves and the people around them. Ability number 3. Great leaders are great communicators. Great leaders know how to communicate effectively with their audience to influence and persuade them ethically. Indeed, communicating means persuading others to share your point of view. Communicating means selling your idea and letting other people embrace it. Communicating means teaching other people stuff and, most importantly, allow them to comprehend what you are saying. Most probably, you have heard that effective communication is influenced by 55% body language, 38% how you say what you say, paraverbal communication, and 7% the words you pronounce. Based on the numbers I have just shared with you, you have understood that effective communication is dictated by correctly using your body and your voice as well. Follow these 3 tips when you're speaking with someone. Number 1, do not look down. Your chin must be parallel to the ground. Number 2, be centered with your body, but please do not swing and do not lean on one hip. Number 3, do not stay in this position. It is horrible to see and it expresses closure. In addition, do not put your hands in your pockets because it expresses arrogance. Be open, smile often and open your arms. Your body language allows you to reinforce the message that comes out of your mouth thanks to the words you use and especially thanks to your voice. How you say what you say is more important than the words you use. Even if I mentioned communication ability at the end of this video, I believe it is the most important skill you should develop to be a great leader. For this reason, if you want to develop the leader within you, I highly recommend watching this next video. 7 top ways to improve your communication skills that changed my life forever. Once you have mastered these ways to communicate a message, you will be perceived as more charismatic, attractive and persuasive. So, watch it now!